Viewers, and YouTubers, what's going on? This is G.A. Turks, and today I am proud to present to you someone who has their own show on KCOH here in Houston, Texas, and they keep us in stitches as a professional comedian, but heal us right on back up as a spiritual motivator. Welcome to the show, Miss Angie Celestine.
Hey,
what's going on, baby? How you feeling? Oh my God, thank you so much for coming.
You know what G did right here? G.
When I came to Houston, I said, you know what? I have got to get Miss Celestine.
You know, been to Houston. You've been to Houston about 9 good times, and you just
no. But you know what? When I do call you, you are so busy.
But you know, G, I've been knowing you for how long?
I met her a long time ago on stage. But was killing it.
Bam.
Was killing it.
Everybody up. Women in prison.
But you know what? What I do like most is that you have stayed in your zone.
Yeah.
Now you have taken it bigger than the stage. Now you're on radio.
Yeah.
And people are loving you.
Oh,
I love you.
Thank you.
And what I like the most about you is that you're not just doing typical radio. She doesn't do regular, just typical radio. She is in touch with the community, as well as she loves giving you a spiritual side of herself, and she gives it selflessly. So I really appreciate that. So you're doing great work.
Hey man, the name of the show is The Water Cooler.
The Water Cooler.
Baby, welcome to The Water Cooler where the shade is free. Aye, but the tea
is gonna come.
It's gonna come.
I love it.
You know the tea gonna come.
But you know what? This is what I love about your show. You use Facebook Live as well as, you know, a medium for you to get out. Mm-hmm. So it's more than just hearing your topics and listening to the music. We get to see you jam backstage.
Ooh, do you see that? Listen, you know what? It's so live because I do not just want to be in a box.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a box, and you know that for a long time. I mean, because coming under the tutelage, I guess, is that a good word? The tutelage,
of Harold
J. Haynes. You know, if you're on station, you and I, Gene and I, we have these conversations, and it's like you have to be able to understudy your understudy.
Yes.
And I have me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. So I have to be able to cover for all of those people.
We love seeing all of you together
as
one.
Baby, on them good meds.
Yeah.
Come on, Facebook Live.
So if you ever want to catch her show, tune into her on Facebook and you will see all of her work. And I love the motivational messages that you give us. I mean,
put your best foot forward. Do whatever it is. There's nothing more powerful in this lifetime, beloved, than a made-up mind. A made-up mind. Make up your mind on what it is, single mom, that you know God told you to do, instead of saying, I don't have a job. Man, you're the head regardless of what the situation may be. Make up your mind that you're going to love her like Christ loved the church. Children, it's in the Bible. Honor thy mother and thy father.
I tell everybody it's not for the likes, because see, I am a master. I am a student of the blessing. Hello, somebody. That's what I get into my spiritual, because no matter how hard you try, God is still going to bless me. And so I've been able to help these people, and believe it or not, I don't get paid.
Wow.
A lot of people think I get paid.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, baby, they see these good wigs and these shows, honey. And they say she paid. But here it is, Gene. God pays me every day. When I hit the studio on Thursday, I have people who are dependent on me to give them a word. And I give them a word because right now we are wordless. And I thank God. And every Thursday, I give Mr. Hall the salutations, because that's a platform that I never would have thought and then here it is, syndicated in Baltimore.
Syndicated in
Baltimore. I've never been
there. Oh my God.
That nigga for the girl I don't even
oh my
God. Wigs in Baltimore?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do, but you know what? I want to thank Bernard.
Okay.
Bernard, and I mean that guy right there. And here it is. A lot of people think that Bernard and I have been to sit down, but when God shows you favor,
speak on it.
Baby, when Moses, he said, I can't see your face, but I'm going to turn my back and I'm going to show you one more. I'm going to show you my glory. And that's what he's been doing. And I thank God for that. And I thank God, and timing is everything. And you know what? This is my season.
This is your season.
It's my season. And I'm glad. I'm walking in it, honey. Yes. I'm walking in season.
Now, one thing we can't always look forward to,
baby, you better get
are the shoes. The shoe diva. And if I tell you, she is always giving us a plethora of different fashion.
Gotta give it,
you know,
fashion.
she's
Gotta
very different, but beautiful. And
you.
all at the same time, just giving it to you uniquely, you, as we need it to
Gotta
be.
give it.
So one of the things that I really appreciate is the fact that you just said that you do not get paid for what it is that you do. And what you do is really a service, because so many people, again, need that type of service.
Yeah.
So for you to give, you know, like that, that's under what God gives certain people called altruism.
Yes.
That's when you give something in return for nothing, and you never ask anything back.
You better go
That's
ahead.
a gift.
Another
That
word
is
for
a-
reciprocity.
Yeah. Big 50
Yes.
was
So
a
I
person.
tell you, God, man.
I have to ask about Big 50.
Okay.
Big 50 was a personality,
Yeah.
or I'm not sure if she still exists, but she is the professional comedian that we were first introduced to back in the 2000s?
Now you know this is gonna make me cry.
Don't-
95.
95.
Yeah.
And we love her. I think she still exists. I see her every day. But there's been a slight change.
Yes.
Now, you know, you used to keep it real and crack us up, but now you do it for God.
Yeah.
And I see your videos where you're in the church, and there's a fine line sometimes.
Babe, I'm walking it up.
It's a fine line sometimes. And I'm sitting up there on edge like, oh,
First
Big
Sunday.
50 almost slipped out.
You heard what I
Big
said.
50.
Baby, with a man broke water, yes. Okay. And here it is. And what I like to tell a lot of people is this. Everybody's like, well, why did you get that name? So I want to clear this up. If that's okay. I don't want to take up too much. I don't want to be before you long, amen? But I happened upon another person that was in a professional arena. And his number was 50. And we got into a physical altercation at a club in Houston.
Okay.
And I was on 151 in Sprite. And that ain't no mean to be lying. God loves the truth. And it's like coming from a history of domestic violence. That night was not the night for me to be challenged. Because I was tired of being emotionally, physically, and mentally abused. So I'm like, okay, everything that I had in me, it came out. And they was like, well, we gonna call you 50. And that was Plachette Williams gave me that name. Impromptu to my girl Plachette. But you know what? 50, if she didn't know what to say, she cursed.
Okay.
If she didn't know how to conduct herself, I mean, it was like, you know, you didn't like me, I didn't like you. So I had to, she was the person who hid and protected Angie.
Oh, God.
And so, you know, we all have me, myself, and I. Those are she's my alter ego when I really am hurt. But you know what? Sometimes they say lay aside every weight that so easily beset you. And that's when I had a conversation. Angie had a conversation with her. I thank you. And sometimes, hello somebody, we have to be able to sign permission slips. The little girl that was in me that was raped, I had to sign a permission slip to let her know it wasn't what you was winning. It wasn't where you were. Sign your permission slip that says, I give you permission to be a woman that has the ability to love, that has the ability to show your scar and be able to tell and, you know, your testimony about your scar.
Yes.
I love being able to go back to the record and say, you know what, Gene, do you see me bleeding down there? And you can be able to say, I see the difference.
Yes.
And that's a transformation. So 50, you know, she's still there because I stand on her shoulders.
Yes.
And I dare not cast her aside. But I can't. Big Mama says she ain't no good for me. I ain't gonna go there. I know how to cuss in the Holy Spirit, but I don't know how to, you know. And, you know, I learned something that night. I learned that, you know, God will put you in particular positions, you know, in order for you to understand your position. And I had a husband at that particular time that was very supportive. My family didn't understand it and everything, but I didn't understand it because, and you know, in order for you to be not somebody, But in order for you to be what God wants you to be, or what He needs you to be, He carried a cross for, oh my God. So I had to do that, and I put that in the book. I suffered for you. It wasn't for me. And a lot of people think, and I tell them, I said, there's a passage in the book. It says, I suffered for you. When they tore my vaginal walls like wet toilet paper, I suffered for you. When they cut my body up, I suffered for you. When I was dazed and confused, I suffered for you, because God knows how much to put on us. And so I don't mind being a drum major for those people who don't understand it, because I have that militant mentality to where if God can do it for me, He can do it for you. Yes. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Gene. There are days, rainy days. They're not my days. Somebody better call me, honey. Tim Tebow, don't call, come get me. I mean, but you know what? And it has enhanced my faith, yes, and my understanding that I need to be able. Facebook is fine, but I need to go to God for a whole bunch of stuff. I really do. And don't get me wrong. All right.
So it took you a while. It took you a while to finally move past those emotions and feelings, and you're not really still over it completely. No. Because it's a traumatizing
very
type of thing. Well,
yeah.
You spoke about how that has. Did you include that in your book?
I did.
And I don't know if you want to ever revisit it for the world.
I will.
For the world.
The world.
But I'm going to put it out there in the world that sounds like it's a wonderful television show.
Oh, man.
A wonderful movie.
Yes.
You know, something very emotional, so that we can kind of go through it and experience what you experienced it from an inside, and then come out with you at the same time.
Yes, but you know what? It's going to break you. And it broke me. And it let me know, I learned that if you deal with life on life levels, we'll be all right. And
see, you know, oftentimes when we see people, we say, hey, how are you? But we never really want to know how they really are. If they start to tell us how they really are, guess what? We really don't even have time for it. So it's amazing to me when you can bump into a person and you can kind of know what they've been through, and you say, hello, how are you? And they can say, hello, good morning, I am okay.
I am okay.
I am okay.
And really mean that, because really you and I have had some conversations. And I mean, I've shared some things. You remember the infamous picture that I showed you? Nobody has seen that picture. Not my mom, not my kids. Because you told me, you said, Angie, you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I was like, gee, you done lost your mind.
But guess what? Nobody will ever see that.
Nobody would. I mean, and you know what? I feel so empowered that I was able to show. And that's what you need to do. You need to get somebody that you can be able to say whatever you want to say. Be whoever you. I don't want no friends that I got. I don't want no fake friends. Only thing I want fake on me, G, right about now is this wig and these lashes. That's it. I need friends, and we all need friends in front of us to where. How are you feeling? Today is not the day.
And be real about it.
And be real. Are you gonna cover for me or not? And you covered for me that day. And I was like, man, that made me, because I was so inundated with that, because everybody asked me about the cancer issue. And that's not something that I really want to discuss right now, because I ain't processing, but you and I process. Right. And you help me process.
Well, Angie, you know, of course, I'm always there for you.
I know.
And of course, one of the main reasons why I was able to help process that with you is because I had also experienced something on my own, and a lot of people don't know that. But you know, we have to stick together.
We have to.
You know, and the fact that you took the risk to share that confidential, private information with me allowed me to share that with you as well. Yes. So I am appreciative. You took the first step. You were the guidance. So because of you, you know, it's because of you.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's amazing. Tell us about the second book. What is the name of the second book?
The second book is Lord, Here I Stand, Naked and Not Ashamed. That's when all the gloves is out, honey.
Now wait a minute. Now is that a stage play? Is that another TV show?
You heard what I said.
Is it a movie?
Because here it is. Here it is. Here I stand, Lord, here I stand naked and not ashamed. A lot of people don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. Because you know, when I went through my transformation, when you go through all kind of sickness, you be like, "Ooh, she fine now." But then, When you look in the mirror is going to tell you exactly the truth. And it's like the right hand of fellowship is either you're to accept or reject. And sometimes we have to accept who we really are, but who we really do not want to be unless we really want to fix it. I'm just saying, here it is. Lord, here I stand. I'm naked and I'm not ashamed. That's like Adam and Eve, and everybody think,
oh, very vulnerable place to be.
Baby, who you saying?
But that's the place where we should have been all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And if I say, okay, my book is $10 or $15, I'm like, you know what? In order for me to be able to spread this message the way they spread mess on Facebook, I'm going to give it to them at an all-time low. So when it gets gone.
But it's so funny because you can give something to people at a discount and they still won't appreciate it.
Boy, y'all got me at this look like it's Miami, honey. Listen, you are absolutely correct. But yet, Gene, it's this. God said, everybody ain't going to make it to the promised land, honey. I may not make it. Amen?
Amen.
But at least I can say I fought the fight. But, that's a pun intended. But what I want a lot of people to understand is this. The compromising position that you are in, don't worry about it because you're still in what position? Hello, somebody. Hey, it's, I'm still in position.
Yeah.
I may be sick right now, but I'm still in position.
I just want all of my subscribers and my viewers to get out and go out and support Bruised But Not Broken. And what is the second one?
Hey, naked and not ashamed.
And not ashamed.
Yeah.
Like I always say to all of my viewers, again, this is Angie Celestine. And if I've never given you a gift before, this is one. Thank you so much, Angie, for coming to my show. You are everything to me.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Until next time, I'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.